Hey there, Gemini. This is Sophie with Lady of the Unknown Oracle. Thank you so much for joining me in your reading today. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm so excited you've decided to join us. And if you're returning, thank you so much for your love, support, contributions, and above all, just being my confirmation that I'm in alignment with my life purpose. You have my undying gratitude. So my loves, this is going to be your general love reading. All right, keep in mind that the messages today do not have time frames. So if you're here, it's because there's something that will help you close off a past situation, maneuver around a current situation, or anticipate and prepare for a future situation. All right, if today's reading doesn't resonate, please take a look at last month's reading, or even the one before that, or the one before that, because my readings can tend to reflect out. It could read out to, 2 to 3 months ahead of when we do our reading. All right, so my sweet friends, without further ado, let's find out what's going on with you and what you need to know moving forward. What's going on, please? What's going on for sweet Gemini, please? What's going on? No jumpers in the pre-shuffle, okay, Gems? No jumpers. No jumpers in the pre-shuffle. So let's see what's going on with Jemmy. Jemmy, what's going on, please? What's going on for sweet Jemmy? Let's see. Overarching energy, 10 of Wands. Lots of pressure, okay? Lots of responsibility. All right, something really weighing heavily on your heart. Yeah. 4 of Swords being your current energy. Being crossed by the Sun on your mind is the 9 of Cups in your heart. You've got strength. It's beautiful. In the past, you've got the 7 of Pentacles. Okay. All right, coming in, you've got the 5 of Pentacles. You see yourself as the Empress. Beautiful. In the environment, you've got the Hanged Man. You could be connecting with a Pisces, right, Gem? You could have Pisces in your chart, as well as Taurus, Libra, Leo. 6 of Wands in the Fear. Okay, and potential outcome with 3 of Cups. So let's see what's going on here. Now, Jemmy. There's a lot that you're not saying. King of Cups. Gem. Gemini. King of Cups. You could be connecting with a water sign, okay? Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. A Pisces is in your environment, all right? If you are connecting with a Pisces in your environment, this could be Pisces very strong in your chart, though, or any water sign really strong in your chart. Now, this Sun could be either a Leo, or this could be an opportunity for happiness that you're unsure about, right? Or something that this could be healing as well, with the 4 of Swords being healing energy, right? On your mind, you've got this ultimate happiness, right? This ultimate happiness, this wish fulfilled, right? So with the 4 of Swords, this is meditation energy. You could have Leo here. Leo's very strong here with the Sun and strength, right? But at the very least, there's an incredible amount of healing and internal clarity that you are fighting for. You are really thinking about what's going to make you happy. And maybe in your heart, you have either this Leo that's taking up space, right? You're connecting with this Leo, and if that's the case, Gemini is coming through very strongly. You could have Gemini, though, in your chart, right? So, for example, you could have Leo in your chart. So, for example, Gem, if you have Leo moon, right, as what's crossing your meditation, what's crossing your alone time, your solitude, your healing, what's crossing you here is the fact that you feel differently than what you're thinking, right? You're of 2 minds. That's your thing, right? That's your trait. That's the hallmark of Gemini, right? You're the twins. So, you could be of 2 minds right now, where your emotions, your heart, and your mind are leading you down 2 different paths, and you're trying to ask yourself that question: what will make me truly happy? What will make me happy? Is it the thing that's going to make the most sense, right? Do I stick in this situation where I've been hurt, or do I stick in this situation where I feel like this isn't really for me, right? Or do I pursue that which I know is going to bring me happiness? And those 2 things could be one and the same, right? It could be 2 different people, or it could be how to approach a specific situation with the person that you're connecting with. right? You could be really thinking about this Leo, right? This Leo is in your environment. You're thinking about them. They're everything, but your past, right? Maybe you invested in something or someone that didn't pan out. But with the Five of Pentacles coming in, we have to aspect the Five of Pentacles, right? But you could be feeling, you know, very lonely coming in. And I don't think that it's because anyone has left you. I think it will probably, based on what I'm seeing right now, is just a sense of not making a decision. But you see yourself as the Empress, right? So you could absolutely be at a point where things around you may seem promising, but you are really just feeling, you're feeling yourself these days. You would rather just be alone right now and just work on yourself. Overarching energy is the Wheel of Fortune with the Eight of Wands. So this is speed, okay? This is speed, really, really fast changes happening. Okay, there's also divine timing. So if there's somebody, Gem, who you've been connecting with recently that you thought this was like too good to be true and you're not really sure how this person just came out of thin air, it's not a coincidence. They are here to connect with you. Okay? So Four of Swords, Five of Wands. Okay, so you could have been healing from a really bad argument that you've had recently with this person. With the Sun, you know, this can absolutely be a toxic relationship. You could be connecting with a Capricorn. Okay, it could be connecting with a Capricorn. They've got Leo in their chart, or vice versa. You know, and this was you are basically recovering from a really, really nasty conversation, a really nasty argument with this person, right? Nine of Cups, Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, so, you know, with this Leo or this Capricorn, okay, you know, you want a wish fulfilled. You really do want a wish fulfilled. I would take a look at the Pisces reading because they had a similar energy. Okay, if you're connecting with a Pisces, and I say that because they're also in your environment, so there could be absolutely a very, very straight connection from what I'm reading for you and what I read for them. Okay, so Nine of Cups that's wish fulfillment. That's what you want. Eight of Pentacles, you're trying to think, how do I get there? Right? How do I get there? In your heart, you've got strength with the Nine of Wands. So it's kind of like holding back. If you've been withdrawing, that's getting really difficult. Right? Or if you've been doing your best, you've been as courageous as you possibly could. You've tried to stand your ground, standing in your own right, right? You are the Empress here. So Gem, there's no shortage of self-esteem here. There's no shortage of self-esteem here. You just want to be in a partnership where what you bring to the table is respected. Right? You have the strength, you have the intellect, you have the humor, you have the sexiness, right? You're the total package, Gem. You're the total package, and you don't feel like, you know, for all the conflict you're getting in this situation, like you really deserve this. Because you put in, right? You really put in. And at the very least, you know, where this person was once a sense of your happiness, this person was very much like a source of your happiness, I should say. This was somebody that brought a lot of light and healing into your life. Something about it has gone sour, right? Where there was once happiness and independence, now there's codependency. Now there's the questions of, you know, where have you been? Why didn't you answer my you know, 20th call of the day, even though I knew you were at a meeting? Stuff like that, really unreasonable, like codependent, kind of like jerking the chain and wanting to kind of like assert dominance over you, when in this partnership there's no assertion of dominance. It's just we're partners, right? We're partners, we're independent to do whatever we want, and at the end of the day we choose to get back, you know, under the same roof to be able to, you know, join forces and do our thing together. There's no suspicion, no one's lying, no one's, you know, but it's this sense of someone's really dragging this connection through the mud by taking what was once something very happy and simple to, you know, them creating a lot of pressure around these non-existent responsibilities that now there suddenly are, just, you know, because someone's going through a tough time. Which, if there's a tough time, then that's a different conversation, and that's the one you should be having, not, you know, why didn't you pick up my call? Right? So in the recent past with the Seven of Pentacles, King of Swords, right? This is you. This is you. You could be connecting as well with a Gemini, a Libra, Aquarius, right? This could have been somebody in your recent past, or just, you know, in your past in general, where there was a lot of disconnect. You invested and invested and invested in the connection, and nothing came of it. And in some type of way, this relationship, this you know, this connection that you are in is making you feel kind of reminiscent of that. Right? This could also be the person that you're connecting with. So, you know, it could have been that you really invested a lot of things recently. Maybe you made a really big decision, and it required a huge time investment from you. And now you're getting to a point where the relationship is really starting to turn upside down. You don't know what to do, right? And Gem, where this does not resonate for you, this could resonate for the person that you're connecting with, okay? If they are also heavy air in their chart, or again, if they are very strong Leo with Capricorn in their chart, okay, where this does not resonate for you, this could definitely resonate for them, all right? There's somebody here, if this is not in terms of the connection, this is someone who is just thinking really, really heavily about what they can contribute to the connection in spite of a certain undertone here of dependence, right? There could be as well some type of addiction to like self-medication, all right? With the sun, right? This is very, very healing energy, very happy energy, but that feel-good energy, where is it coming from? Aspected by the devil, what is this thing that you are doing that's helping you feel happy? Is this drinking, smoking, gambling? What is it that you're doing that's causing this happiness, and are you doing too much of it? Could be the person you're connecting with, okay? Taking everything that you've invested in as a couple, and you're having arguments now over how this person is investing their time, energy, finances. All right, so coming in, we've got the Five of Pentacles with the Three of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles with the Five of, wow, did I say Five of Cups? Five of Pentacles, Three of Cups. Did I say the Five of Cups before I even saw the Five of Cups? I think that just happened. Five of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Five of Cups. So right off the bat, okay, we've got three fives on the table. Okay, we've got three fives on the table, guys, all right? So coming in, there is a sense of lack. Okay, where with the Three of Cups, we have celebration and reunion. We've got the Nine of Pentacles with the Five of Cups. If you are connecting with a Pisces, please, Gem, take a look at their reading, okay? Because the Five of Cups, they had come through very strongly as well, and they see themselves as the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so they see themselves as alone, single from a situation, independent from a situation. Okay, so, but coming in, there's going to be this desire for reunion, but there isn't. There's a desire for reunion, and there isn't. So, Gem, if you are connecting with someone who the connection has truly just been very toxic for you guys, it's not, if this has resonated for you up till now, okay, I am seeing that there is something here outside of your control. Remember, with the Wheel of Fortune, right? This is something that's outside of your control. This is just happening. It's not because you want it to happen. You didn't make this happen. There's nothing you could do to change this, right? If something happens in divine timing, it's happening because there is something unavoidable about it. It's almost like the Tower, right? There's a change that is being divinely guided, which could lead to a Tower moment, right? Or it just leads to a loss of some kind, right? So whatever this loss is that's coming in, it's not going to be so detrimental that you're going to find yourself reevaluating your entire life. Okay, you are coming through as the Empress, which is a much stronger energy here than any of the energies that are here to represent you. Okay, yeah, the Devil and the Sun are very strong. They're major arcana. All the major arcana are very strong. But in terms of your personal power and your ability to overcome this Devil energy, right? The Empress is your energy, and it's very strong, okay? You're very self-directed. You know where you stand, and you know where you're going, right? You believe in your ability to make a plan and stick to it. You see yourself as creating more despite the difficulties that you're encountering, right? So the Five of Pentacles, aspected by these cards is really just that this loss could result in you being single. Okay, it could result in you being single. There's going to be some type of loss. There could be a three-party situation, maybe, with the Three of Cups, right? There could be some type of loss at a party, at a social gathering that you go to. You might come upon some information. But overall, there's going to be a point where being alone and feeling lonely is not going to be okay for you anymore. Right? Whatever this is, whatever cycle within this connection has been perpetuated. The Five of Wands is not make or break, but when you've got the Devil energy here, that's something that is just kind of rotten to the core. And if you aren't able to fix it, right, Gem, if you have been trying and the person you're connecting with hasn't been trying, or this person has been doing this on purpose, and you're at a point asking yourself, well, how do I make this relationship better? But meanwhile, the reason it's not where it needs to be is because they haven't been putting in their half, then eventually you will get burnt out. You're going to realize your worth, and you're not going to stick around to see how this ends. You're going to create the ending. You're going to create the Tower moment. You're going to create the Five of Cups and say, I need to walk away. That's it, right? That's it. I know what I'm worth, and I'm not, this is not what I should be, this is not where I should be putting myself. Okay? You see yourself as the Empress and the High Priestess, Gem, right? You're not only able to expand and create all the things in your life and manifest all the things in your life that you want, but with the High Priestess, you also know what you need to know. Your intuitive nudges are on point. You are listening to that internal voice, and you know, right? You are queen of both this physical world and the 5D, right? You understand. You're connected to both, right? So you know what's going to stay and what's going to go. You know where you stand in this world. You know what you want. You know what you desire. You know what you're willing to work for and what you're not going to stand for anymore, right? In the recent in the environment, 7 of Wands with the Hanged Man, if you're connecting with a Pisces, absolutely please take a look at their reading, okay? They also got the 7 of Wands, right? So there could absolutely be a sense of, if you're connecting with a Pisces, you're really fighting to be with them. You're fighting to be with them, right? But again, you have all the answers, Gem. You have all the answers here. So if this is you and this has resonated for you up to this point, okay, your intuition is absolutely correct. Okay, please take this as confirmation. You might be fighting to keep this connection working, all right, but you not only are standing in your power, but you also have a deep insight that no one can explain to you with logic, right? Intuition is kind of funny that way. You may not have reasons to be able to explain why what you're feeling is right, but you just know it's right, right? This is confirmation. Absolutely, you're standing in your power, both practically and spiritually. Okay, so in your fear, you've got the 6 of Wands with the Knight of Wands. If you've been involved with somebody who has been very non-committal, right? That's part of this devil energy. That's been part of the codependence, is that maybe they've been hovering, or maybe you guys have been having disputes over possibly entertaining other people, on the side. You guys, just something, this person comes to you very much as the Knight of Wands, in and out, very aloof, very careless about your feelings, careless about the commitment overall. There's a sense that they're going to be feeling very happy, right? You're afraid that they're going to come out of this feeling like they won something. But let me tell you something, Gem. You are coming up as the Empress and the High Priestess, and they are coming up as the Knight of Wands. Okay, they are coming up as the Knight of Wands and the Devil. Okay, so if we're going to talk about power here, we're talking you are in the best place possible. All right, so we're just going to keep it there. But with the 3 of Cups in the potential outcome, 8 of Cups, 6 of Swords, yeah, and the 10 of Swords. So this is an ending, okay? If there was a 3-party situation involved, that's coming to an end, absolutely. All right, that's coming to an end. A decision, though, is going to be made. Something is going to be released. This is the transition here with the 6 of Swords is going to move to a smoother situation, right? So if you and this person have been connecting and things have been really rocky recently, okay, this to me speaks of 2 possible outcomes. Okay, it could be that through friendship, right, a rekindling of friendship, or the rekindling of really just like a social life. If you guys have really been withdrawn from your friends or withdrawing from social interaction, the reintroduction of social life back into your relationship is going to allow you the opportunity to create distance between your struggles as a couple and what you actually want, right? So it's going to allow you with the 8 of Cups to create separation from this disharmony that you were feeling, and moving into a place where you feel more at peace with one another. But to do that, it's going to cause a really big release of something. Okay, so in this case, this is where I get the other storyline. If there is a 3rd-party situation in place, okay, and coming in, this is the loss that you feel, is the betrayal, right? This somebody was acting on their own, right? Someone was acting as if they were single, right? And that is the loss that you feel. That is the grief that you feel, is while you thought you were committing to something true and real, this person was treating the relationship as very, aloof, very unimportant. And then what's going to happen is a decision is going to have to be made, okay? And no matter what decision is made, Gem, you will feel better off, okay? You will feel better off. You might feel lonely for a little while, okay? But with the 6 of Swords, okay, with the 6 of Swords, this is an indication that the transition that you make is going to go from one where you felt like things were so chaotic and unpredictable to one that is much more at peace and much more calm, right? So even though you might undergo a bit of grief and sadness and loss, it's not going to last for very long, okay? If there is no 3-party and it really is just a separation overall, really getting back with your friends is going to be really, really fun. They miss you. Okay, Gem, they really miss you and they'll be happy to be in a position where they can support you out of a really tough time. Okay? Um, absolutely. But this here is it's a very swift change. It's divinely guided. There's nothing here that you could have done to avoid this. Okay, Gem? So please don't take responsibility for anything that's happened, any losses here, as if this was something you could have done differently. It's not about you here. Justice behind that, there's a need to reestablish balance. And yeah, so it's, if you're connecting with a Pisces, absolutely go take a look at their reading. I'm doing my readings this next wave of videos. I'm doing them according to the call, the energetic call, and I felt like I needed to do Pisces first, followed up by you guys. Okay, so there's definitely a connection there. I'm seeing it here very strongly between you. So absolutely, if you're connecting with them, Gem, please, please, please go take a look. And if you have Pisces in your chart, take a look as well, because there's my point is that there's a lot of overlapping. There's an overlapping theme here. You guys share a very similar theme, and there's overlapping elements, right? Like even with some repeats here that were repeated over in the Pisces reading as well. But overall, Gem, please, please, this was not this is not something that you need to feel responsible for. So, if you've done your due diligence up to this point, you're finding yourself in a situation where an end has to be put to this, and you are unfortunately the person tasked with putting this to an end. Just be gentle with yourself and understand that, you are doing the best that you can, and you're standing in your power the strongest that you can, right? You are seeing everything for what it is, and there's a blessing in being able to see the truth even when things are hard. Okay, because that allows you the freedom to move forward in the best way possible in your greatest and highest good. Okay, so that's hard to think about, but again, take your time, right? Just take your time and don't imagine anything worse than it is, but also don't fluff it up. If things are as bad as they seem, then they are as bad as they seem. Okay, and just be clear with yourself and honest with yourself, and allow yourself the opportunity to grieve the loss, but also allow yourself the opportunity to walk away from it so you can free yourself, right? Emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Okay? All right, Gem. I love you so much, my loves. I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to do this reading for you. I am so honored. I'm so happy to be with you here today. I'm gonna go. I will see you next time, Gem. I love you from the bottom of my heart. Please take care, okay? Please. And if this did resonate and this really connected with you, please like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment down below. I would love to know where you're at on your journey. And until next time, mwah, I'll see you later, Gemmy.